Hello and welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Today's project is this one. Now I'm using the LilyPad Lake stamp set and the matching framelits. So I'll bring those ones in. These are in the new annual catalogue. And I'm using the sailboats here and the sentiment. I'm just using the thinking of you at the start. I'm also using this water type stamp, and in the lakeside framelits I'm just using the sailboats framelit, so that one there. So bringing the supplies in, I'll just let you know that there is a link in the description of this video for my blog where all the measurements and supplies are listed. There's also a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies. If you use the Hostess code for this month, I will send you out a free gift. Okay, so we have Night of Navy card base and a piece of Whisper White matting. And we're going to do something a little bit different today, where I'm going to be using a mask to show you how to do this here. So this is all one piece of cardstock, but I've been able to contain that circle just into that area. So I've just got a piece of cheap card here, and I'm going to bring a punch in. Now I've got my 2.5, and I know this is retired. You can use the 2 1/4, which is in the catalogue now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to punch out so it's sort of sitting on the edge there. I just want a semi-round piece there. So bringing in my piece of Whisper White, I'm going to line that up there so I get a nice circle, and I'm just going to use some washi tape. So this is just old washi tape, and this is perfect because it's not going to rip your card or anything. I found if you just add it to your hand, and it takes a bit of the stickiness off to start with, and then we're going to attach this bit of card to the Whisper White card. And that just keeps everything in place. Just like that. And I have a sponge that I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay ink. And I'm just going to lightly add a bit of colour in that circle. Paying a bit of attention to the edges. You want a well-defined edge. There we go. And I'm also going to bring the stamp with the water in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp deep so it's dark on the bottom, and then work my way up to being lighter. So can you see that where it's sort of dark down the bottom and then it works its way lighter up top? So taking that off now, because that's all we needed to do. So it gives me that semicircle on my Whisper White card. How gorgeous is that? Like it's all just contained in there. So you can reuse this one. I always find that if you like this sort of a style, keep your washi tape attached and you can pop it in a file and use again later on. Now I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I'm going to bring in, and I'm going to hit it with the embossing buddy because we're going to use Stampin' Up's black embossing powder to emboss the little sailboats. So bringing in my Versamark as well, just going to put a little bit of the black embossing powder in. Just got a little bit there, so I'm just going to use a paintbrush just to get rid of it. I'm also going to bring the heat tool in and we'll just heat that up. One thing I like about the black embossing powder is it gives that really glossy, defined edges. So we're also going to, I'm going to bring in my aqua brush, aqua painter, and I'm just going to also bring in Night of Navy ink pad, and I'm just going to colour really slightly these sailboats. Now this is normal Whisper White cardstock, so you really don't want to go and add too much water because it will peel and look terrible. But I've found that just by adding a little bit, it doesn't affect it too much. And we're also going to bring in the Stella pen, the clear Stella pen, just to give it a little bit of a shine. So I'm going to make these ones a little bit darker, and then these ones a little bit lighter. So has everyone got their wish list done and what they want to buy from the new catalogue? There's so many nice new sets in there. I'm not colouring very well today. Bit out of the lines. And I just wanted to make these bottoms of the boats, the sailboats, nice and dark. See, Aqua Painter has two brushes that come with them. You have a thicker one and a real small one, which makes it easy to colour smaller things. So cleaning off my brush, I'm going to bring the big shot in now and we're going to cut that one out. Hopefully that's fairly dry. Because it's not really wet, it should be fine. You could also use shimmery white cardstock as well. That takes watercolouring really well. Or your watercolour paper. So these actually cut out two pieces of your boat, so the double together and then the single. Okay, so I'm going to bring the mini dimensionals in to attach to the back of the boats. And these are just the perfect size for these little tiny projects. Okay. And the sentiment, which is quite a big sentiment when you look at it, thinking of you with loving thoughts and prayers. I just want the thinking of you. So I've just brought my marker in, my Night of Navy marker, and I'm just going to colour in thinking of you. That wasn't in camera, sorry about that. I'm just going to huff on it. And I'm going to line it up and stamp down. Beautiful. Turned out quite well. Taking the backings off the mini dimensionals, and then we're just going to place the sailboats down. Isn't that cute? That looks so good. And I'm going to glue that straight to the Night of Navy card base. I didn't measure that too well, obviously. It needs a little bit more cut off the edge, but that's okay. It just gives it a different look. And I'm going to bring in some baker's twine. This is the last of my bit on the card, so I'm just going to run my bone folder to try and get all those kinks out. It now comes on a roll, so we don't get all those kinks. So I'm going to wrap this around twice. And tying a knot. Just like that. Cutting that off. And do you see how there's lots of little ones there? All I did was what I tied off. Just went in, tied these little bits on as well. Just gives it a different effect. And then I could cut off to whatever length I wanted. Just make sure you don't cut your big long ones there. That'll be very bad. There we go. So bringing the Winker Stella in, I'm just going to colour in the boats. I'm also going to just colour in around the water, just to give it a little bit of shimmer there. You could also do that before you stick the boats down, but I don't think it really matters. This one's a bit darker than this one, but that's okay. Hope you've enjoyed this project. If you would like, I'd love it if you left me a thumbs up and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the next video. I've got some more coming out really soon. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a good day. Bye.